I'm Jana, and this is a real mom car tour of one of my all-time favorite sports cars. This is the 2024 Nissan Z Nismo, and in this quick tour, because I don't have a lot of time, I'm going to tell you what I loved and what you need to know and what makes this the Nismo. So come with me.
If you're new here, I'm glad you found me. Hi, I'm Jana, and I give real mom car tours. I am a boy mom, auto enthusiast, and I'm an Aquarius, which means my life and sometimes these tours are a little bit chaotic, but they are fun. So buckle up and let's get back to it.
Under the hood, we have a 3-liter twin turbocharged V6 that's going to make 420 horsepower. It does come, I think it's an 8-speed automatic transmission. It could be 9-speed. I will correct that somewhere around here in my notes. But it's automatic. That was the point. It's not a manual. However, when we get inside, I'll show you a little workaround on that because you do have a manual mode and you do have paddle shifters. But I know a lot of people are going to say, if it doesn't have a manual, if it's not a stick, if I don't have 3 pedals, I'm not with it. I'm not going to argue with you. That's your choice. If you want something in this price range with this power, your other choice is going to offer manual is the Toyota GR Supra. And I do have a video of that on my channel, so check that out. So the Z is iconic, but the Nismo is track ready. So I showed you the engine, the 420 horsepower, and your 0 to 60 is in 4.3 seconds. If you're going to go fast, you need to be able to stop fast. So you have these really sporty wheels, which I love. They're Nismo specific, and they are paired with Nismo red brake calipers. I also want you to look at this front end. So the nose of Nismo, do you have this Y design on your hood that is a little more defined? Obviously a little bit of aerodynamic, but is a throwback to the My Fair Lady from many decades ago, the 240Z. And the back is going to look more like your, was it 350Z or 300? But you'll see more of that reminiscent in the back. The thing about the Z is that it's iconic and it's emotive. People feel a certain way when they see this car, and most people love it. And if you drive it like I just did today, I mean, you're smiling. It's so fun to drive. It's so peppy. I love this car. All right, so let's talk about what makes it a Nismo. Obviously, the Y in your hood I was telling you about, your distinctive front end, your red trim that goes all the way around the bottom of Nismo, as well as your badging. I showed you your brake calipers and your Nismo specific wheels. You even have your red accent on both of your side view mirrors. Of course, your Z badging here on the side. And check out the back end. This looks so cool from behind, and it's just so Z. It's so Nismo. You have Nismo written out here. And then if you want to pop your hatch, there's a little button right under here, and you have decent storage. Now listen, I'm sure you can get golf clubs in here. I'm a golfer, fun fact. All the women get up in arms and they're like, don't compare it to the size of golf clubs, but I've golfed for 20 years, so I'm comparing it to golf clubs. I've also taken this, I've taken my kids to soccer practice before, and we've had all the things back here. So my point is, if you wanted it as a daily driver, you could probably get by because it has decent MPG, because it has good MPG, 17 city, 24 highway. That's good for a twin turbocharged V6. And there's more storage. Let me show you this behind your seats. For those that didn't know, I'm going to assume if you're watching this, you did know, it is a 2-seater. And these seats are true sports seats. So they do have a manual adjustment. And, oh, you know what? How the F do I get those? Okay, we're not going to mess with it. If you want to show just kind of behind the seat, they are manual adjustment, and you do have more storage behind those seats for a backpack, a bag, a purse, whatever. And now I'm going to get in the driver's seat and show you from over here. I do like the door handles on Nismo. I think they're just, it just keeps it with the aerodynamics to keep that smooth, but you don't need a degree to get in it. Inside, you can tell that this is giving track ready. You have your bucket Recaro racing seats that are trimmed in red leather and Alcantara. Holy cow. You have a leather wrap steering wheel that also has more Alcantara here. Your red 12 o'clock, red stitching. Gosh darn, okay. And notice down here you have aluminum pedals and footrest, just because that's what you do in a fast car. So now I'm going to start it up and we're going to take a look at your screens. Also very Nismo, you're going to have a red start stop button and a red drive mode selector. It sounds so good. When you want to flex in front of your friends, you have to start this up in Sport Plus. It's just so great. It's like a loud roar. I'll put that in here. It's so good. So you have 3 drive modes and you select those with this button here. You have standard, sport, and like I just said, Sport Plus. You have a fully digital gauge cluster here and a color touchscreen over here. Your climate is pulled out. I have to have that. But nobody really cares about that because what you want to see are these 3 gauges up top. You have your boost, your turbo, and your volt. You have 2 cup holders, but if you don't need to, you can bring this armrest up here and it also opens and you have a tiny bit of storage. So what do you think of the Nissan Z Nismo? Is the fact that it's an automatic a deal breaker? Or is the price point, the engine, and all of the really pretty styling cues enough to make you a fan of the really iconic Z? Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe for more, whatever we're doing on YouTube. Hit the bell. I'm also all over social media. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram and at realmomcartours.com. So for me and the Z, thanks for watching.